Hi, I'm Yapo,
And I'm Agent 355.
and welcome back to Titan Quest. Last time we killed the Telkine again, and found out that apparently he's got some bigger machinations over in Babylon, but we can't take a boat there because it's too slow. So we got to take an old ancient portal.
Yep, just one thing though, machinations, great word.
I like it; it's a good one. But before we do that pressing time matter to save all humanity, we have some housekeeping to do.
Yeah, gotta sweep and vacuum. Look at, they got sand
The truth
everywhere.
is,
It's
I
pretty bad.
hate
So
portals.
we managed to find a bunch more pieces of relics and charms. So we're gonna make some arcane formulas.
Let's be honest with the people. We cheated. We created them. We duped them.
Yeah, because artifacts are cool and I want them.
And relics kind of suck. They're fun, and I like them in Grim Dawn, but they're a lot more annoying in this game.
And they're very situational, I feel like. Especially
What
because you can't put them on a lot of the cool equipment.
There's a few problems. Limited drop rates from certain places. Randomness and not like randomness like kind of random. Like some are kind of good and some are kind of less good. But like randomness, like some are fucking amazing and some are completely worthless, and that's not
I
fun.
should close shop.
Apparently my
I,
dog has not had enough attention today. She's now shoving my mouse hand to try and get my attention. She's like,
I
hey,
don't
you're
I
using
don't know
that
how
one.
I got up here, and I don't know how I'm stuck.
Okay, so we got Amber Flask, which is 10 piercing, 12 poison resistance, plus 20 defensive ability, and plus 7 attack speed. I actually really like that. And then plus 11 strength is the bonus. We have Cinderbolt, which is plus fire damage, plus burn damage, pierce resist, plus dex, plus health, plus energy, and more fire resistance. We have Soul Shiver, which actually I am going to take. It does plus physical, plus vitality, life leech, vitality damage, and 9% of attack damage converted to health. Then we have Skyfire Pendant, which is also good for me, but it has plus total speed as one of its things. So I'm going to drop all these, and you can pick them up and look at them and see which one you
Yeah,
want
I'll
to
pick
use.
I'll pick whichever. And we're going to hold on to the extra ones because sometimes relics are actually used in better relics. So even if neither one of us want them, we're not going to be doing anything but holding on to them.
So people in the thread told me that throwing knives actually kind of suck, and I shouldn't take them. So I am going to go ahead and pick up one skill in blade honing just because it's nifty, and then I'm going to pick up some more points in Dream with Phantom Strike and Distort Reality because they are cool skills. And I have a lot of skill points to spend.
You can put those back. Yeah, you do. I haven't really changed mine around much.
You kind of had a more clear idea of where you were going, I feel like, when
Yeah,
you
I
started
do.
this.
Yeah, and in two more levels, we'll have realized the dream of well, maxing out Spirit,
So I'm going to go
which
ahead and
is
up the Dream Stealer, which is the stun part of the Phantom Strike. So now I can stun up to 4 targets in a 360-degree arc after teleporting in for 2.5 seconds.
seems good. Stuns are good.
I'm also going to finish leveling up Mastermind, so now our pets, it's maxed out. Our pets have plus 40% total damage and plus 135% health and energy regen.
Seems legit. Yeah.
So I gotta get my skills all sorted here. Phantom Strike, Distort Reality. That's gonna be Blade Honing, and that's gonna be Summon Nightmare. Okie doke. Did you pick up these other ones, or am I carrying them?
Yeah, you can carry those other ones.
Okay.
I got the one I wanted. Defensive ability. All right.
Yeah, I'm not taking the passive
Have
defensive
you
ability
heard the
just yet
news?
because I'm gonna wait until we're a little more
There,
in the
the
weeds.
gates are open. Go!
Yeah. So I think I think that this is like the final run up to the end of the act. So
I believe it is. Let's try it.
it might
Oh, look at that. Oh, that was sweet.
it might even actually like be the end of the act of this video. Couldn't tell you. Oh, pets, go aggressive. Get in there.
Oh, yeah, I gotta set. There we go. It seems like range pets are better when set to aggressive because they don't wait for stuff to attack you and then run away to shoot at them.
Yeah, I like the wolves to tank me, so I'm glad to have them go in first. But certainly, it's way better having them set to aggressive. Period.
Oh my god. This, Distort Reality is really good.
Yeah,
Or, no,
I
Phantom
can see
Strike.
I can see the little patches of dead enemies as you clear them all on your own, which is unusual.
I should have gotten these skills a long time ago. Holy crap, this is amazing.
Well, you ran off in another direction.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, oh look, I can teleport into this giant group of enemies and murder all of them. My bad.
It's okay. I murdered my own group of enemies.
Hopefully we were close enough that the EXP share still worked.
I highly doubt we were.
You want to go to the left here and we'll clear out the random junk in front of this temple.
Sure.
Oh, it's so good, except when enemies run away from where my target is, because the teleport's kind of slow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like it has a bit of a cast time.
It does, but it's so good. And then the other one is just an AoE, put everyone around me to sleep. So
Yeah,
I went from virtually no crowd control, because I was just all in rogue, to ridiculous quantities of crowd control.
Yeah, crowd control's pretty strong.
Oh, that's super satisfying, though. Oh, this is pretty great. Okay. The pets are also seem to be holding their own still.
Oh yeah, they still murder things. But we don't get AoE. I got no AoE, so it's just, they murder one thing at a time.
And hopefully they murder the right thing.
Yeah, well, I can control them now. I got a button.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
What's the default? Or no, do we
It didn't
figure
have
out
a default. It's default not set, but I gave it a button.
how ridiculous. I should probably set that at some point.
Yeah, I don't think so. We just have to button all right.
Yeah, we gotta go up the temple, but there's enemies to kill. Yeah, we can't miss out on that.
Fun fact, these things look very, very, very similar to a Diablo 3 enemy that also is invisible and pops out of the ground in a desert. So,
How shocking.
who's copying who? Nobody. They're not that similar.
Well, that was a lovely anecdote then.
Welcome.
I have so I moved, not recently, but in the last couple months, and I moved from an apartment to a house, and my apartment paid for cable for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just watch random TV when I was bored. And so now I don't pay for cable because it's way too expensive for background noise.
Right.
So I've been watching a bunch of esports.
Yeah, esports are great.
And I have figured out that literally no one who casts esports knows how to tie a tie.
Yeah, true. Yeah. It's esports are interesting because you got the people who commentate it, right, and they try to emulate more serious sports, so they try to be like serious, but the problem is like they're esports. They should really just like embrace it. They should just embrace this less serious sort of thing. But you still end up with like these really awkward commentary desks where people are like wearing like suits and ties that don't fit very well and really awkwardly making your mom jokes because they're still acting like 20-somethings, not,
Professional
40-something. Yeah, not
announcers.
professional announcers. So it's weird.
I will say I saw one where the guy was literally wearing like jeans and white socks and no shoes, and like lounging on this like chaise as part of the announcing group. I think that was for Dota.
Yeah, probably sounds like Dota.
And I was like, come on, you can't even put like some khakis on or something, like just a modicum of effort.
Yeah, they're pretty bad about that.
I also started watching Rocket League.
Rocket League's amazing.
Professional Rocket League is amazing and makes me want to pick up Rocket League professionally because it's just so fun to watch.
I love Rocket League. But man, those guys that's insane, the shit that they do.
Yeah, so if you get a chance, there's the Rocket League Championship Series, and it is cool to watch, and I will pick them because it's cool to watch.
All esports are good, except for games I don't like.
I'm not going to say all esports are good, because that's too far.
I find esports more interesting than the regular sports, but that's mostly because, at the very least, I'm learning something new. Like, there's the new aspect to it, right? So you watch an esport for a game I'm not overly familiar with, and you're like, oh, hey, how does this work? Where it's like, okay, you know what, I kind of get soccer and football and baseball.
So that's the thing for me is, like, while it's not the same, Rocket League is similar enough to soccer that it makes sense just, like,
Conceptually, yeah.
conceptually from that. Because I have a big soccer background,
Nerd.
Yeah, clearly. Get to go play soccer in the rain on Friday. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be like 45 and rainy.
Sounds super nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. And if I have to drive an hour, and if I get down there and they cancel it for lightning, I'm gonna murder somebody.
But then if you murder somebody, will they let you continue the LP from prison?
Possibly.
Okay, go for it.
I have an in. Actually, like 2 or 3 of the soccer refs I work with are prison guards at our local prison somehow. So, I got an in. We're good.
Perfect.
I'm sure gaming PCs aren't contraband.
I am at just before the weapon symbol, the left click button.
So am I actually.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna take it then, because flip you.
Okay, fair enough.
You'll just probably end up getting the next one.
Oh, it's a lot of enemies.
Yeah, why don't you teleport?
Because it has like a 20-second cooldown. That's the bad part. It's like, if I could find, like, I don't. So far, skilling it up hasn't reduced its cooldown at all.
Sometimes a like one higher up the chain will reduce the cooldown, but a lot of skills just don't have a way to reduce the cooldown.
Which, I mean, I guess makes sense to a certain point, because it's stupid good, and if I could just, like, fly around teleporting everywhere, I probably would. I'd probably spec extra mana regen just to do that.
A cool thing Grim Dawn does is that some skills will do things like, hey, this skill is your left click ability, right? You put it on your left click, and whenever you swing your sword, you have an AoE lightning effect. Great, right? Mm-hmm. But then there will be an optional, like, sideways upgrade, where it gives it a 6-second cooldown, and then buffs the damage by, like, 10,000% or something. So if instead of having, like, AoE right clicks, you would rather have, like, a nuke, great, you can do that. And they do that for all sorts of skills, so there's a lot of cases where you can kind of change the base functionality of a skill.
I feel like that is a pretty good design decision.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of room, you know, because if you like, oh man, I like this skill, but I really like the stun aspect. You can take away the damage and just make it stun more. You know, so each class will have 2 or 3 or 4 skills that can be modified like that. It's pretty neat.
As I said, it is pretty nifty. I feel like they learned a lot from this game.
Yeah, and we got an expansion coming out later this year for Grim Dawn. Yeah. Yeah, we do. It's got a new class in it. Yeah, okay. I guess that one's yours, assumably. I believe there's lots of little shadow monsters down these little side paths, if I remember right.
Yeah. So I hit the teleport on one of those enemies right before my little guy confused it. So he just turned and ran away, and I teleported past the group of enemies to go hit him. Because my little eyeball's a jerk. Oh, those things hit hard.
Oh, look at my HP not being full. What's going on here?
Oh, there's still just a shade chilling.
So I've been doing a good job of not actually going like in and just kind of like letting you do it, or letting the pets do it at least. And I made a boo-boo. I went in.
Oh, that was a really good sleep, but there's too many of them, and the sleep doesn't last long enough yet. Oh, that teleport. I just chased this Tomb Guardian across the room.
Oh, I forgot staffs are ranged. Look at that.
Yeah.
Ranged attacks.
It's magical.
Magic ranged.
Oh, Archimedes mirror. Wait, how are we getting an Archimedes mirror here?
Yeah, that's weird. Maybe they changed that in the anniversary edition. Maybe they're just rare but possible. Because before, I'm pretty sure, like 99%, it was just impossible.
Yeah, before, yeah, I'm with you. It was like act locked. Oh, lordy.
Oh, I don't have my auras on.
This actually works really well, because the dogs run in and everything melee attacks the dogs, and I just teleport in next to the dogs and smash everything around them.
I think you mean and steal their credit.
Also that. I'm still not sure how I feel about the traps.
Do you have like a lot of points in them now?
I have, I think, 3 or 4.
But are they not performing?
They do get an update where they shoot extra arrows, and I feel like that will help a lot.
Well, even if they shoot 2 arrows instead of 1, it's literally 100% more damage.
I
So,
think the first tick gives me 3 arrows, and I think it goes up to like 4 or 5.
see, the real question though, are they all targeted or are they like a spread?
I think one's targeted, and the rest are like shotgun.
Yeah.
So maybe less helpful, but we have the pups and the things which are pretty good for single enemies, as we found out with the Telkeen, so I might want to go more into crowd control.
Hey, you got a level.
Oh,
Did
you're
I
ahead
beat
of me
you?
now.
Oh
You
my god,
are.
I beat you! Oh, that's so exciting. It's been so long.
I'm like maybe a quarter of a bar away from leveling.
Yeah, just a sliver. I thought
So,
there was a bunch of shadow things around somewhere in this dungeon. I seem to remember them. They weren't where I thought they were, so maybe they're ahead. Maybe they're done these ones. Nope. These are mummies. No, statues.
these are the statues, yeah, and mummies. Yep, everybody over here. Oh, apparently statues are immune to stun.
That makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah, I guess.
Alright, I'm gonna wait to level up until you
They
get to
are
full-
not.
Oh, there you go, you leveled up.
They are not immune to sleep, though.
Garb of the Scorpion King. Why don't you pick that up and take a peeko? And then, I think that's a roguey one, I seem to remember.
Well, let's see. I got a skill up. Oh, I have 5 points in traps already.
I'm up to 12 points in the Lich, so he's kind of rocking it now. He can only take 4 more points before he's maxed out.
I'm gonna go ahead and level up my Phantom Strike because it's super cool and good. And I'm really enjoying using it. Okay, Garb of the Scorpion King. Poison, Dex, offensive, defensive, +1 to all skills and rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it cuts
Yeah,
down
so if you can equip that, offense and defense ability are some of the most important stats, and of course +1 of those skills is great, so.
it cuts down on my health regen quite a bit because my other one had pretty good health regen, but that's worth it for all plus skills and rogue.
Yeah, you know what gives health regen? Health potions.
I need to buy some more actually next time we get to a town. I've been burning through them pretty quick.
I have 69.
Very nice.
Yeah. Well, it's the Hoover button, right? The Hoover button makes it really easy to just keep grabbing health potions.
Yeah, that's true.
Flaming Totemic Staff of Flame. Thank you, game.
At least it stacks. It's not like the freezing totemic staff of flame. That would just be ridiculous. Stupid constructs. Not
Might expect
immune to
plus-
vitality damage.
War Sword. Look at all this. Look at all this good shit. I'm
Um,
excited.
ooh,
I'm
actually,
happy as we get further in Axe, we're gonna start seeing like green stuff and blue stuff more regularly, because that's always the exciting bit, right? So
I need to look at that sword when
yeah, take a second. People like the inventory management.
No, pretty sure it still sucks compared to what I'm rocking. Yep. It's pretty good, but I have plus vitality damage and stuff already, so my other one. It might be better if I pull the. I probably need to pull the charm off my sword so I can actually compare it. Apples to apples, but
So I've been watching while you were doing inventory management. The wolves attack way faster than the Lich does, but the Lich hits for about 10 times as much damage at this point. So so each of those lightning bolts is hitting like a truck.
yeah, oh, my guy died. Whoops.
Oh yeah, that's 40% damage. Get him back out here.
Okay, we're good.
All of Prometheus. I thought Prometheus was a Greek myth.
Yeah, we're not that far from Greece though.
Egypt and Greece, I don't really think ever really talked to each other. I know Rome and Egypt were like, I shouldn't say BFFs because I believe Rome just conquered Egypt, but
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure the Greeks were involved in Egypt as well.
murder.
At least around the Mediterranean in some capacity.
Look at him. He's trying to kill the Lich, and the Lich is just like, nah, man, we're good. Never even dropped like 75% health. So nice.
Well, that took a little longer than the Telkeen, but it still was not.
Ankh of Isis, I believe. I believe I needed some of those. Let me see. Yeah, Ankh of Isis. And I'm Ra's Glory. Yeah, if you could drop both of those, I have 2 of 3 on both of those.
There you go. Composite bow of fire. I'm gonna go and pick that up. Oh, Hoover button. Only problem with the Hoover button is that it stacks the picking up noise, and so there's like, anytime I Hoover more than like 2 or 3 things at once, there's like a really loud audio spike.
Hey, I remember this from Act 2 in Diablo.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. That was the act boss. I should have played him up more, but he kind of went down like a filthy chump.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was supposed to be a big boss.
Yeah. All right. This is we are. If I hit tab, yeah, we're in Act 3, boy.
Yeah, we have Access Babylon, which is a really good Probot song, by the way.
I also did not realize that Babylon was in Asia. I think it's actually Asia Minor, but this place leans pretty heavy on just Asia Major.
Just, yeah, general Asia.
Or maybe we just start in Babylon and we move to Asia. Maybe that's what it is. I think we're just in Babylon for a brief time.
We follow the Silk Road, don't we? Spoilers.
Yeah, I think, that's what it was. Yeah, we follow the Silk Road. I actually like this act a lot. This is like probably my favorite act, just like visually. It's a super pretty act.
Sorry, I'm looking at cool swords.
No.
So I found a cool electrified hooked blade that I am gonna hold on to for a minute, and it turns out the firebow sucks. Okay, I'm gonna try and pull my charm off and put it on this thingy. Yeah, so welcome to Act 3.
Yeah. It's gonna take a moment to get serious. I believe this first area is kind of pretty simple, pretty straightforward. These guys aren't too tough. But it gets pretty serious pretty quick.
Oh, I can finally do vitality damage again. Oh, it's so nice. Pretty sure this entire act I can do vitality damage. There's not a whole lot of undead in Asia, apparently.
There are undead here, but it's only just in little spots.
I don't know, is there less like undead in Asian myths versus like other mythos, or?
I know China has like a big thing with undead. Like there's like a big like thing. They're like completely not allowed anywhere, which is why a lot of like movies and video games that are released in China get really weird edited versions. For instance, in Dota, Wraith King used to be Skeleton King, but he's not Skeleton King no more because skeletons are not allowed in China. So now he's a ghost instead of a skeleton. That's just a thing. It's just what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I used to be like really up on my Egyptian mythology when I was like 12, because I think every 12-year-old does that, but not so much anymore.
I'm in a Roman history course right now. In next semester, which starts in a couple of weeks, I'm taking a China in Islam course, so I'll probably learn more Chinese history. But those are just electives. I'm a science major, so I don't really know a whole lot.
Just doing it for funsies?
Oh, yeah, well, you got.
Oh, so much poison.
Oh yeah, I forgot these guys actually.
Oh, they hit light trucks.
Their spit attack has a cooldown, so what you want to do is you want to run around and then wait for them to spit, and then after they spit, you get in there and thump them.
Oh, nope, stay away.
Also, when they die, they shrink to like these tiny little, like unthreatening little dudes. But yeah, you can see already those guys. I forgot about them actually. They are probably the first like fuck you enemy of Act 3. An act notoriously full of fuck you enemies.
It's on cooldown, that's why I won't click it. I love when like random enemies throw like nets and traps and stuff at the Lich or the dogs, or
Yeah, just not you. This is great.
Or like the Lich is just like stand there. It's like, all right, it's cool, whatever.
Well, the Lich, since his range is so long, he tends to hit people and like aggro them before anyone else gets up to him. But he's got like an AoE melee range life drain ability, so he doesn't die. It's pretty great.
That teleport stab is still super satisfying. By the way.
That's pretty good. The spider these little tropical spiders are based off of are creepy as hell.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I'm poison. I really could use some poison resist at some point.
Yeah, my resists are top notch. My resists are all like 50% or higher. Which is not capped, but is pretty dang good. Because That's all I have to do when I look at gear. I don't give a shit about attack speed or anything. All I'm looking for is defensibility and resists.
Yeah, I'm looking at a little more than that, so... And whether it helps the puppies or not.
Yeah, but that's only rings and amulets. Everything else can't help the puppies.
I thought you could get, like, beast colors, other stuff now.
Nope, it's just rings and amulets.
Oh, that's lame.
There is, in Grim Dawn, all slots can possibly have animal stats on them. So in Grim Dawn, you can end up with some pretty crazy gearing for pets, which is nice. But here it's just amulets, so everything else that's not amulets and rings is just dedicated to defense.
Finally switched to a staff just for some ranged.
I switched to a staff because it had better defensive stats. Which I don't know if it was... Ooh, nice. We're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Release the super dogs. Which, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's like... Because I'm giving up a shield, and shields are pretty good. But...
Shields only matter if you get hit, though. That's the trick.
Right, and not everything's blockable, right? Well, everything is susceptible to, like, resistances.
I feel like the way that you have been playing shield is probably not your top priority.
Yeah, because I'm very careful. I'm just trying to let people tank for me at this point.
Yeah, the range damage I feel like is probably going to work better for you, just in general.
Right, 3 super dogs.
And a bunch of really sleepy spiders.
And it's a super lich too now. He's kicking all sorts of butt.
So, if you couldn't tell, we are making our way up the Hanging Gardens of Babylon right now. Because, one wonder of the world isn't enough.
Yeah, no, you got to get like all of them.
I forget. Did we go to Rhodes? See the Colossus? I don't think we did.
Maybe in the expansion, I think. But I don't think so.
I don't think we have yet.
No, there's a lot of wonders we're not actually going to hit, but we do get a lot of them.
We got a new rigid carapace because apparently we can get those from.
I do like that when your teleport's not up, you still run this issue where the pets just kill everything before you can reach it.
Well, I like that one where it's just like the mantises ran past us and then just like all attack the lich. It's just straight up ran past us. Like we're standing there on the bridge and they're like, "Nope, screw you. We know what we're."
Yeah, like with
with
an attack button, I can even like stand way in the back and explicitly tell the pets to run up and go kill things, rather than just kind of standing nearby and waiting for their aggro AI to go kill things. Let's see, is there anything over here? Yeah, some.
I feel like that. Like I said, I feel like the nymph is going to be a better investment now that you have A, target, and B, you remembered aggressive mode. But,
It's maybe. It's certainly not bad. But I still think it's going to be kind of after a lot of other stuff. It's probably going to be more like any extra points might get thrown into the nymph.
yeah, but also 40% damage boost. And I think.
Oh yeah. But I'm getting up things that also boost damage. Like the plague I have also reduces their resistances to everything. So it's one of those things like you throw the plague on a boss, and the boss takes like extra damage just because they have lower resists, and auras that lower resists, and things that slow and make us tank better. So I will probably hold on for a little while. Ooh yeah, those big spitty guys can murder the shit out of my wolves if they get a good vomit off.
Yeah, like that like I don't know what the poison is on it, but it does a lot of damage.
It does a lot, yeah. This is definitely the act where it's like, I hope you got resistances. Because we haven't really bothered you with them before, but all of a sudden, poison resistance is important to have.
Which, again, I wonder if there's, like, a mythological thing, because, like, poison isn't really, like, a huge thing. Just, like, random poison isn't a huge thing in Greek myth. Whereas I wonder if it's more, like, prevalent in... I don't know. We could use some mythology people.
Oh, there was a hero that my lich just soloed.
Oh. Did we catch a name on it?
No, I didn't even notice it was a hero. I just noticed it was kind of living for a while. Then it didn't.
Well, good work, Lich. I guess. Yeah, I feel like we're murdering stuff fast enough, and we're just running through so fast that my traps really aren't doing a whole lot of good.
Well, yeah, but that slows down. It's the same thing with like the dogs, right? You know, like theoretically, if the Lich is really, really strong, you can just spec out of the dogs. But you know, eventually, you're gonna want them anyway.
I think we have to go up there to continue down. We keep having to go up.
Yeah, yeah. There's actually 2 ways up there. There's a stair at the other end too.
Okay, that's right. Circular paths.
Also, the dogs are amazing tanks because they get like a 30% just dodge rate. So 30% of all attacks just don't even hit them, even before you know your 100% HP regen and all that jazz.
Yeah.
I know a lot less about you know the Asian mythology than I know about. Oh, here's a guy. Melchior
Bloodhand? Melchior?
Something like that. More like dead.
Dedior Bloodhand? Oh, and we got greater potions now.
Yeah, which is super nice. It's one of the things I actually liked that Diablo 3 did. Is if they started with potions, but they eventually got rid of them. It was just like, nah, they all restore 40%. Perfect. Done.
Yeah, I feel like that's the way to do it.
I actually like the Path of Exile one best. Period. Like Path of Exile potion system is just the
hold
best.
on. Sorry, I'm stuck in the tunnel. Here we go. Okay.
All right. Here
Yeah,
we
so
get these dudes again.
as the camera angle changes, you can just click the floor above you instead of clicking the angle part down. And
Why wouldn't you be able to? Like, yeah, obviously.
I totally didn't want to actually be here, game. Thanks. How did you know?
The Lich at least does magical damage, so I think these guys go down a little bit faster than they used to.
Yeah, the Lich just took off probably half a health in a single shot.
Yeah, he doesn't attack slow either. He's got really obvious attack animation, so you can see how often it goes out.
I think we missed a room back here, by the way.
Yeah, we did. That's just running around killing
Our
shit.
menagerie just killing stuff behind us as we run around. Like, yeah, between the eyeball and the Lich, these things are going down pretty quick.
Yeah, which is nice. They definitely at the beginning of Act 2, I think was when we first saw them, and they took a little bit longer.
Yeah, we did not have much magic damage then.
Are these little demons new? I think they're... No, we've seen these.
them a bunch.
Yeah, they were way back in Act 1. What's the first new enemy we get, other than the big plants? Well, I guess we got mantises. So
Yeah, the mantises are new.
There's more Skaven in the sewer, if I remember.
We will see a lot of new enemies eventually.
Yeah, we will. Including the most dangerous enemy type in this game. I don't think the things that the really big ones, the really big ones with 4 legs. I don't think there's anything as dangerous as them even in Act 4. I think they're like the scariest.
I don't know that I'm remembering. I'm sure I remember when I actually see them, but
Yeah, you will. They show up in really big packs, and they come in melee forms and archer forms.
can we admire this fountain real quick? Because I really like how they just like built it into the scenery.
Is it a hippo head? Is that a hippo?
Probably.
No, it's a tiger, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ratmen, who are chasing a dog around in circles.
Skaven, I think you mean.
Yes, thank you. Oh, yeah, so I'm in, like, a local Blood Bowl group on Facebook.
Nice.
And somebody posted this new Kickstarter, because everyone's like, oh, look at all these teams that people are putting up on Kickstarter that you can get. And it's female Dark Elves, and the only armor they're wearing is, like, armored pasties. And that's it. And,
So they're like that's like a joke, or someone thought that was actually a good idea.
someone thought that was actually a good idea, presumably, because they're trying to sell it to people
Interesting.
on the internets. And I was just like, really?
It's ridiculous.
Oh, Vermin King.
I think are those new? I think they are.
I don't think we've seen one before. Oh, and we
Mahogany.
get new chest types.
Yeah, mahogany. Mahogany.
You keep stealing all the gold, by the way.
Yep.
And...
It's split.
Oh, that's right. We're auto-partied. Duh. Sweet. Never mind. Take all the gold you want.
Yeah, like, what'd you give me shit about? I'll beat you up, IRL.
That's just rude.
The other day I was on Twitch, and one of the top played games was IRL. And I was like, oh, I haven't heard of that game. It took me a minute. It's not a game. It's actually real life. It's terrible. Like, I don't know why I wouldn't watch any of that.
As this LP and others before it have well established, people will watch anything on the internet.
It's true, they really will.
I mean, like, I remember Vicus did the Super Mario 64 LP, but with feet, and had like a 3-hour video before editing of like him trying to beat this one particular level that required a bunch of like long jumps and stuff.
Yep.
People watched it.
Yeah, they do. What's really funny for me is like YouTube has a bunch of metrics, right? Like if you care, you can go onto YouTube and you can see percentage of people who claim to be men or women, or what's in their profile, what country they're from. What's most interesting is sometimes when they stopped watching videos. For instance, even late in an LP, right? Even on episode 40 of an LP, you will typically find that most people watch about the first 5 minutes and turn it off. And then they'll come and watch the next one, but they'll only really watch that first 5 minutes. And that's super common. And it's weird. Like, there's all sorts of people's watching habits and what they do that you can find on YouTube.
Now, usually my retention rate is longer than that. I think just because of the type of games I usually LP.
Could be. I find that... Oh, did I just crash?
No, I froze really bad.
Yeah, that's fine. We're still here. I find that you probably drop from like 50% viewing numbers on the first video to the second. Like, that's just normal.
Here's a new one.
Yeah, little, kind of the same. They're still demons. They're still called like sprites or whatever. They're not quite the same as those other ones that we thought were new.
Yeah, they're well, I didn't think they were new. You did. They're really fast. Is the big one with these guys.
Desecrated ornate reps. Desecrated is what? Desecrated is
Vitality usually, isn't it?
Oh no, that's the one where you get like poison damage and stuff, but they have -2 health regen on them, which is like no big deal at all, right? But it's interesting.
But it's the principle of the thing,
How dare they make my numbers smaller? That's not what this game's about.
right? So I also took the Goon's advice, who said reduce the middle skill on my eyeballing thing down, because all it does is increase the energy cost of it and add extra steps, extra time of confusion. Which the base is already like 2.5 seconds, and that's enough to get someone away from a fight and kind of reset it. So
Yeah, I guess there's not really much difference between confusing them for 2 seconds and confusing them for 15. You know.
like, so did that too. I will probably put a bunch more points into my teleporting skill, honestly, because it's just fun, and see if I can get lowered cooldown somehow.
Fun is good. I think this is the last floor of this. They call it a temple, but let's be honest, it's a sewer level.
One of these games, like, that's... I guess there's been probably several tongue-in-cheek ones, but I want to see if it's just like the level name is just obligatory sewer level.
I'm sure that's been done somewhere.
That seems like to a... what's the one that's the realm of the Diggle God or whatever?
Oh yeah.
You LP that, didn't you?
Dreadmore, that's what it is.
That's it.
Dreadmore, which isn't really like Death, but yeah.
I feel like they would have like an obligatory dungeon level.
All the floors in that one are randomly named for a pool, so I'm sure it's possible to get obligatory something or other. Because there's a lot of random names. Every single room in that game has like a randomly generated name that are typically ridiculous and stupid. I actually hate this floor, because my 100% floor compulsion is really difficult on this floor, because it's kind of weird.
Okay, so good to know I can stun magical creatures. Yeah, we just got an Essence of Anubis' Wrath, so I guess they changed how the relics drop. Because that wouldn't have been possible previously.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure anyway. Come back, clear up this thing, which is empty already. Man, I got like 4 or 5 bars to go on experience, and man, I want this level real bad.
I have like 5.5. I need to stick closer to you, since your pets are the ones doing all the damage.
You're like half a level behind. That's hardly anything. And I think I grabbed an experience shrine, if I remember correctly.
I thought I grabbed like one as well, but
This
maybe not.
Dead end, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, 2.5 seconds of confusion is quite a lot.
Yeah. And you also have stuns and other things too, so it's not like the confusion is the only thing. And because the pet does it, it's kind of random. You don't really like have great control over it, so you can't like use that 14 seconds of disable at like the opportune times. Hey, look, another
Yeah.
Shrine of Mastery, but everyone's still alive. One last one. Haven't lost a single friend.
Noise. Looks like that might be time.
Let's see. One of them was at about third. The other ones are all fine.
So it turns out if a doggo kills one of the enemies, the enemy that I targeted for my teleport, after I start teleporting,
Mm-hmm.
I get there and it uses up my skill, but I don't actually attack.
Oh, jeez. I'd be
Which is-
I'd be disappointed, but really the doggos are just winning.
I like how they do gens in this game too.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
The super fat, like, because usually you see like Jin and Ifrit like super buff, at least in D&D world.
Yeah, you do. They're all super buff.
Or, like
'Cause in
super
D-
buff demon prince kind of dudes, or I guess elemental magical prince kind of dudes.
Yeah, it's because in D&D is all like power fantasy. Oh no, I'm gonna lose a doggo.
Don't do it, or just go back to the master
Yeah, I'll just go
shrine.
back to the shrine if I do lose him. But he's hanging in there. They regenerate so fast now. Because you're
I'm sure. Well, I'm sure too. They have some amount of regeneration, like skill that you have given them.
They regenerate some on their own, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like that doggo who had a sliver when I was like, oh no, is now back up to roughly half. So that's about how fast they regenerate.
Oh, that teleport is so satisfying because I just reappear and then bodies go flying.
Yeah, the physics always makes that super fun.
I don't think. Are there any other stretchy necks besides the vultures though?
Oh, more stretchy necks? Maybe.
I can't remember.
Oh, fire shrines or ice shrines. These might take out a doggo or two. Nope.
They're fine.
Yeah, no, they're totally good.
All right, I'm gonna go work on this blade trap because it's the one that tends to kill dogs quickly. Or not.
Yeah, we're good. Don't worry about it.
Never mind.
I think this is a boss.
This looks like a boss.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a chimera.
Yeah, I definitely want to take out these traps first. Alright. Go get the doggos. Oh, I lost the doggo.
Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. Okay, discount mercenary.
Discount mercenary. Nope, I don't get that one.
I think it's related to the Legend of the Chimera, but
Did I suck up a new one? Yeah, here, take this one because that one's new.
okay. Essence of the Jade Emperor's Serenity. Where is it? Oh no, I actually had one before. That's literally just lightning resistance for armor. Thanks, game.
Also, I hope that this plays the animation because that's super great.
No, you did it before.
Oops.
I got there.
Hey, look, it's this asshole again.
I have
Yeah,
failed.
this is what you get.
All my
This
life
is-
I trained so that I might
Thought you were
one
so
day kill a
bad.
monster like
Came
this
into this
dog.
room with a bunch of rocks and
But
was like,
when
I
the
give up.
time came, I was not strong enough to defeat him. I fell. on the
Okay,
first
so
blow.
got the Cyclochronos,
Now because of my failure, he is the
so he can do time.
Yeah, and an inventory bag.
Yeah.
And I got this thing.
Essence of Guan Yu's Grace.
I have to drop mine up here. Show.
Ooh, you probably want that one. Oh, you got Code of Hammurabi.
Is it just
Guan-
like Guan Yu's like defensibility or something?
Yeah, it's defensive ability and chance to dodge, and then Code of Hammurabi is just in straight intelligence, which is, I feel like, not bad.
Yeah, no. Raw stats are kind of nice too, because sometimes you find yourself wanting to equip something and not having quite enough stats. Because generally speaking, this is one of those games where you want just enough points into stats to equip gear, and then the rest in health. Is this hour markish?
It's 45, just shy.
That seems pretty good. Just beat a boss, got to a town.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check my equipment here right quick. And all of this sucks. Okay.
Sucks.
Everything is awful. Moral of the story. I do need to buy some better health potions, though.
I gotta sell some of these minor ones, because who needs them?
minor mana potions too, because I only need a few of those because I don't ever use them.
Yeah, I did the same. Make a little
Well,
inventory space. So here we're on the outskirts of Babylon, which again I thought was more in Asia Minor, but what do I know? We're headed down into China. The quest we're still chasing Telkins as far as I'm aware.
Yes, but a Telkian that wields the power of Kronos.
Yeah. Yep, we gotta track the Telkien. So we're following down the Silk Road, and there's a guy over here with a quest.
Oh, did I miss one? That guy I already talked to. Is there another one over here?
No,
I think we had another. Okay, so we want to go ahead and call it here, and we'll continue
Sounds
next time.
exciting.
All right. Well, see you next time.
See you guys.